Russell Wilson. You get it now? That's what Mark Ingram is saying. And if you're talking about Lamar Jackson not being the MVP, you got to come see me. G, in hood senses, come see me mean if you won't fight, I'll be any way you need me to be to fight to make sure you know that Lamar Jackson is the MVP.
They were chanting it for him on the road last night as he was running out onto the field. All right, the next one is Cam Newton, the Panthers quarterback. He held his annual Cam's Thanksgiving Jam on Monday, and he had some comments about the city of Charlotte, where, of course, he's played forever. Charlotte is home, he said. We're looking forward to countless more years in Charlotte to impact the community in ways outside the game of football. So that's what Cam Newton says. What does Swagoo say?
G, anytime We're takes the place of I, that means it's over. We're going to continue our love for Charlotte. This makes me sad, G. Usually I'm super enthusiastic about Swagoo says, but Cam will be playing somewhere else next year. I love the city. I'm going to make sure I'm always there for you, Charlotte, but I'm out.
Do you think he has a second act somewhere? He is young enough to climb another mountain
somewhere else? He has a second act, G. It's just sad because Cam is synonymous with Charlotte, and he's saying au revoir. You like that, huh?
I do. I love it. I love the way you Frenchified that. Next stop is Dallas. After the Cowboys' latest loss to the Patriots in Foxborough, the owner of the team, Jerry Jones, had some choice words about fundamentals and coaching.
This is very frustrating, and it's frustrating to do it, to just be reminded that some of the fundamentals of football and coaching were what beat us out there today. I don't think there's a game that a coaching staff has areas that it couldn't do better in. I don't like it that we've got so many as I'm standing here tonight. The makeup of this team, I shouldn't be this frustrated.
Wow, that's what Jerry said. What does Swagoo say?
I'm mad as hell, okay? And let me tell you guys why. Because a few weeks ago, I told you that I wanted Mike Zimmer to be my head coach after they came in here and beat us. And now this week, we get all of these situations with an opportunity to beat the Patriots. I done spent all this damn money on paying dues so we can be a good football team. And I forgot my head coach not good. So it's frustrating, and it's about to come to an end.
That's a good one. And that was going to be the best one of the week. And then Stephen A. Smith stopped by yesterday, and he had some comments. He talked about the Cowboys. You know, he loves rubbing it in on the Cowboys fans. But he said that Thanksgiving is too early for this to come apart because that's not when he wants the suffering. Listen to what he said.
See, I want the pain around Christmas time. Right around the time, guys, the Cowboy fans are opening presents and what have you. That's when I want the pain. Anybody could be in pain Thanksgiving. There's nothing a good meal won't resolve. If I'm in a bad mood come Thanksgiving, Marcus Spears, you know he gonna eat, okay? You know he's gonna eat.
Ooh, that's what Stephen A. said. Swagoo, what does you say?
Gee, you know, I was watching that, and I just thought to myself, hurt people hurt people. That's what that was. Stephen A., I know deep down inside, like I know where that kind of vigor comes from. I've been there before, but you know what I did? I sought help. So you seek help because hurt people hurt people. And yeah, I eat. I'm eating keto right now, so I'm going to be slim fine on the beach with a six-pack. And you know what you're going to be doing? Still hurt. So good luck to you. I can't help you on that. My Cowboys not doing great. You want to see people miserable during Christmas? You need to talk to somebody.
Okay, that's this week's edition of Swagoo Says.
Hurt people, G.
I understand. I hear that. I have that embroidered on a pillow. Okay, I don't even know what I'm talking about. Elle, drive me off this picture.
Yeah, no, it's perfect, right? Because Spears and Stephen A. rivals right now. It's rivalry weekend in college football. Good ones, Alabama, Auburn, and the Iron Bowl. Bama's won 8 of the last 11 meetings, but lost 26-14 when it last visited the Plains in 2017. Yearly bragging rights on the line when Oklahoma takes on Oklahoma State. Sooners are averaging an FBS best 575 yards per game this season. OK State 81st in yards per game allowed. Wisconsin, Minnesota face off. Huge implications there. The winner's going to represent the Big Ten West in the conference's championship game. Ohio State awaits the winner on December 7th. Speaking of which, They visit Michigan and Jim Harbaugh this Saturday. Harbaugh 0-4 against the Buckeyes, twice as many losses as he has against any other opponent as Michigan's head coach. But of course, that was the Urban Meyer effect. And now it's Ryan Day. Hi, Desmond Howard. Hi, Paul Feinbaum. You are uniquely apt to talk about.
He is. Yeah, it's my favorite.
It's the best.
I get to watch Michigan lose again to Ohio State.
Look at this guy.
Well, Desmond seems to think not so fast. But before we get to your prediction on the game and how you think it's going to play, can you just describe to people, since you've been in it, what the game means?
Oh, El, I try to tell you like this. It's the most intense week of preparation you're ever experiencing in life. And the game is like, we describe it as war without bullets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
War without bullets. And I love that Ryan Day is kind of taking the Urban Meyer effect, too, and not saying the M word either.
Well, that's the difference. The Iron Bowl is war with bullets.
Fair.
They play by different rules down there.
It just means more. Now, as for the actual game, you actually think that Michigan's going to get one on Ohio State?
Well, a lot of people do. And, you know, I tell you what, El, but they felt that way last year, too. Don't forget, Michigan came in that game highly ranked, went to Columbus, and then Don Brown's defense, they laid a big egg. So when you look at Ohio State from a week ago and they played Penn State, I think Penn State exposed some weaknesses in their defense. You know, the starting quarterback, Sean Clifford, got hurt. He went out the game. The backup came in. The expectations from a backup is I don't have to really do this, I don't do that. I just need to go out there and play, throw caution to the wind. He exposed some weaknesses to me in the running game as a quarterback. He was able to move the offense. And then in the passing game, I think that their linebackers or their nickels or their dime players can be a liability in coverage, because don't forget, Michigan got three great wide receivers in Donovan Jones-Peoples, Tariq Black, and Ronnie Bell, but they got big tight ends too, like Nick Eubanks, guys who are 6'5". They can create matchup problems for their linebackers. So I think that Penn State exposed a couple of cracks in the #1 defense in the country last week.
Let's say that Harbaugh does actually, for the first time, beat Ohio State. What would it mean for his legacy and his lore in Ann Arbor?
Well, it's everything. And El, here's what I would do if I were running Michigan. If Jim Harbaugh wins this game, give him a lifetime contract.
Oh, there you go.
Because Michigan fans obviously are very satisfied with winning 1 out of every 5 years to their rival.
That's all it takes.
You would be happy with that, wouldn't you?
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I mean, in 1 year, beating Michigan State
and
Ohio State.
A first-year coach in Ryan Day, no Urban Meyer. I mean, just go ahead and lock him down until he's 90 years old, Desmond.
It was obviously said in jest, but you would think that it would go a long way for his legacy.
I don't pay attention to what Paul said. I'm going to listen to you, El. We're having this conversation. It's just me and you.
He also thinks this is the greatest rivalry in college football.
Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt.
And I'm guessing you think it's Auburn, Alabama.
No one cares about that outside the state of Alabama. Come on.
First of all, if you go back like almost 10 years, the winner of the Alabama-Auburn Iron Bowl game has been in the playoffs practically every year.
Congratulations.
And Michigan hasn't won a national championship.
Congratulations. That's good. Congratulations.
It's like 1865.
Congratulations. We're proud of you.
Congratulations. You guys went back and forth so long that Giannis got. I was going to show Giannis with a 50 ball, and instead I'm going to